Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kisha. I blog over at KishaJaggers.com. That link is in the description box, as well as all the links to my social media. Definitely follow along on Instagram and on Facebook. I post all the time on Insta stories and pictures. It's a great way to get to know us. I try to follow you back and get, to know you and your family as well. So today I'm going to be sharing AJ's morning routine. I wanted to share this with you for a while, but I wanted to make sure he was really adapted well to the schedule and make sure that it was something that is consistent for him. AJ is just now 4 months old, so really newborns don't have schedules. They just don't. But as your baby gets older, it's wonderful to develop a routine for them, a good schedule. And really, AJ knows his like the back of his hand, and his naps are like clockwork. And if they're not, he is fussy. So this is just a normal morning for us. Sometimes it's varied by school runs, by taking Ryan to work sometimes, by appointments, by real life things happening, and schedules do get interrupted sometimes. Routines are not always perfect, but the more you can do it, I think it's better for your baby, and I think it's better for you as well. So today I'm going to take you through our morning routine from start to finish. It starts about 7:30 in the morning and ends basically right at 12 at noon. And this works well for us. We generally spend most of our time at home. So, like I said, unless we have an appointment or things going on, we have been home because the weather has been cold one day and sunshiny the next. That's Indiana weather for you. And it's just a pain in the butt. And we haven't really been able to go to the park. AJ has been little and I haven't wanted to take him out into the cold temperatures. But as summer comes on, I'm sure these routines and schedules will change, and they already have really, because he started solid foods, so we added a little more into our routine now that he's eating twice a day, so besides taking his bottles. So things happen, life changes, routines get interrupted, but like I said, it's great for your baby, and this is what works for us almost every morning. Now, when he is a little bit older, I think it will change, and I will record those videos for you as well. I also do plan on recording some videos about how I get zone cleaning done with a baby, and how I entertain him, and how I, manage my time with him, and balancing out not only household stuff and shopping stuff and pet care and YouTube and spending time with my other family and other children. It is a big balancing act, and routines play a huge role in that as well. But I plan on sharing those videos with you too. But right now, this is what's working for our mornings, and I will be sharing our afternoon and our nighttime routines in the next couple weeks. So stay tuned for those. Subscribe if you're new so you don't miss them, and let's jump right into it. So every morning we wake up between 7:30 and 8:30 a.m. AJ is always happy. He's always smiling. It's a great part of our day. We love being able to spend time with each other in the mornings. I just changed him out right there in the bed. I'm still in my pajamas. He's still basically in his pajamas or whatever he slept in. AJ takes a bath every single night, so I usually leave his pajamas or his little nightgown on for the first few hours of the morning. So I change his diaper out and put his outfit back on, unless there was some type of emergency. And he is just the friendliest, happiest little baby. He's so friendly in the mornings. It's just so sweet, and I love this time. I get him changed and get him all snapped up and back together, and then spend some time just cuddling and loving on him and just waking him up in a sweet way. And these moments are so precious to me, and I love them. And then we go on out to the living room. So after bed, we come out to the living room where AJ goes on his play mat. He's doing so good using his motor skills. He's finally hitting some of the toys and touching everything. It's so, so cute. Meanwhile, I head right into the kitchen and make my coffee and his bottle. I use the kettle. I just don't use as hot of water for his bottle. And then I put the kettle right back on and I make his formula. It's 4 scoops. And I normally don't put rice in it at this time. It's just his formula. And that's the first basically meal of the day for him. I get it all made. I get it shook up. And then I go back and make my coffee. So I just use my coffee singles. I love them by Folgers. Put in the hotter water. And we have our morning drinks. And I go back to the play mat where I play with AJ and just spend time with him. And, you know, it's just moments like this that I truly cherish. I'm thankful that I'm home with him every day. Even if I was to work in the evenings, I would cherish these moments just like I do now because, you know, he's so happy in the morning. It's a great time. We also get some tummy time in where he stretches his back out and stretches his neck and scoots a little bit now when he pushes off of my hands. And so he's really doing so good at just kind of, you know, entertaining himself just a little bit. He does love to watch Baby Einstein, so usually a little bit later in that moment, I will get it on the TV and head right into the bedroom where I will open the blinds and let the light in. I love sunshine. And then I go right into making my bed. No matter how the rest of the room looks, when you make your bed, it always looks so much nicer. And this is super fast, you guys. It's not like I take very long at all. I just simply get it made. I get the pillows on. And it just cleans up the room so nice. And AJ is out watching Baby Einstein and doing just fine, and he loves watching it. There's so many shows, and that gives me time to go into the kitchen and get the dishes from the night before put up. I don't have a dishwasher. I wash everything by hand. AJ has his own drying mat, which is super cute. But I put everything up, and it only takes a few minutes for me to do this. I get it all put up. I don't really have to think about it the rest of the day, and it's ready for that night's dishes. I wish I put them up the night before, but normally I don't. Then I go into the bedroom, and I pick out whatever I'm going to be wearing for the day. And let me tell you, yoga pants are a mom's best friend. They're not as sloppy as sweats, and they are comfortable. And then I picked out a little sleeper for AJ. I head back into the living room and I get him off of his play mat and I give him his bottle. He really is such a sweet baby. I rock him, I cradle him, and I just spend time, you know, feeding him and loving him. I'm still enjoying my coffee and I just have it sitting beside me while this sweet little guy enjoys his bottle. And a lot of times I listen to the news, and he always likes to watch the TV. And then we cuddle and we have some time just on the couch together. A lot of times we will read together at this time and just spend some time, you know, together. Then he is down in his swing for his nap. His first nap of the day happens about an hour after he gets up. And I take this time to go into the bedroom and get dressed. I just put on those yoga pants and my shirt and I get my shoes on. I think it's always important to get dressed. I think your attitude changes when you have shoes on, you know, even at home. And then I go into the bathroom and I start to get cleaned up. Now, this is super fast. I don't take much time. I just put on a little bit of foundation, and I'm just using my fingers because it's the fastest way of applying it. I don't always wear makeup, but I try to at least look presentable, at least around the house, and, you know, if I have to go out and run errands. So, you know, I just brush my eyebrows, add just a little bit of color. I am so fast at this, it's unbelievable. I can get this done really fast. I add a little color in my creases, then a little mascara on both eyes. I really like the mascara. I think it wakes any mom up and it helps. A little bit of lip balm. I brush my hair, and then I pull it up in a ponytail or a high bun right now. That's normally how I wear it. By this time, AJ is awake from his first nap, and this is when I give him his first little meal. I have the leftover formula, and it's not been an hour old, so it's still safe to use. I use a little bit of the beech nut organic oatmeal, and I use a little bit of his formula, and all I do is use one of his little spoons and mix it right up. I make sure it's a very thin consistency. And then today he was trying pears for the first time. So I add just a couple tablespoons of pears as well. And I really hope to make his baby food soon. But right now this is what I'm using until I replace my food processor and learn a little more about baby food. And I go straight out to feed him. He really seems to be enjoying the different foods he's trying. And I like to sit him in his bouncy seat and just take my time and feed him. This is something new to him, and you know, when you're first trying solids with your baby, you just gotta a lot of time for this feeding. So all in all, this took me somewhere around 20 minutes to feed him, and he was so happy. But we play and we talk. I mean, look at that little face. And this is one of the reasons I leave him in his PJs until after breakfast. And so, you know, I just think it's really important to take time to feed and, you know, talk to your baby. Not have him pointing at the TV at dinner time. I give him little drinks of his bottle when needed. And, you know, this footage is sped up for sure. But all I do is just, you know, take my time. And generally I stand all the way through this little meal with him. And he loves it. And he sits there, he opens his little mouth with no problems for his spoon. And he just seems to love the oatmeal and the fruit. The last few days it was bananas that he was trying, and today he's on a new fruit, which is pears. And you can see he's got it kind of on his face, but it's important to let them really feel what food feels like on the face and have that experience of eating. And he's such a happy little baby. And this is around the 11 o'clock hour. You can see the view is on. It's one of my favorite shows, but it's the perfect time to feed him. I can see the TV. He ate all of it. And then we go over to the playpen where the changing table is basically built in. And this is where I get him cleaned up. The pajamas come off. This is when AJ gets dressed every day. I change his diaper and then put his new outfit on. So today, and I also take a warm wash rag and wipe his face and neck off from his little breakfast. And it was the same way. It was after a bottle feeding before he started solids. And today we are putting on his little red and white robot outfit. It's one of my favorite little onesies that he has. It's super cute and super comfortable, and I just love it on him. And then I always take a little lotion and rub it on his head and, you know, around his neck and on his ears. He's got really dry skin, and it definitely helps. And after that, AJ is dressed and done. Okay, so there was our morning routine. It's 12 p.m. on the dot, so we really stuck to our schedule today. We did awesome. He did awesome. He ate well, and this last little bit of bottle he will finish up if he wants it, and then I will usually just put this bottle in the sink and make another one. And then we go into the afternoon, and you know, next week I will show you what the afternoon looks like. He's generally up for about an hour to an hour and a half at noon. And, you know, we'll do all kinds of different little things. A lot of times we'll go shopping during this time. We will read books. We'll watch Baby Einstein. We'll do tummy time. We will use the play mat. Sometimes, you know, Jackson is home and he will definitely interact with him, and friends will come over. We have no plans today, except I do have, like I said, friends coming over for lunch. So that'll be right around the time of AJ's nap. So I'm hoping not to let him nap in his swing today, and let him nap in here in his rock and play where it's a little more quiet. I hope this gives you some idea of our mornings, and maybe, you know, you can incorporate whatever you need to in your morning routine to make it work a little better. What are you looking at? What are you looking at? Let's put you on this side. And, you know, he has done wonderful with the schedule. He really has. And we just recently started adding that food. Most of the time, before he started eating solids like a week ago, after his nap, he would have his bottle instead of sitting in his little chair and having like brunch, late breakfast. And, you know, right now I feel like his formula should be his first source of nutrition. So, what are you breathing so heavy for, huh? What are you breathing so heavy for? So, you know, I'm making sure that's first instead of just, you know, the oatmeal and the fruit. So we will, you know, incorporate more food as time goes on. But it was his bottle before the food, and then it was the same thing. It was going to getting cleaned up, getting a diaper change, getting dressed, and then free time basically until nap time. And, you know, like I said, babies do well on schedules. Brittany did excellent on schedules. Jackson did really well on a schedule. And I just think it makes it easier. Believe it or not, it doesn't take long for them to know the routine. It doesn't take long for them to understand that this is what they're doing every single day at this time. So, you see yourself? So, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you get something from it. Definitely leave me a comment, especially if you have like a 4 to 6 month old. You know, how your morning schedule goes. Let me know. Share any tips or advice you have. And definitely follow along on Facebook and on Instagram. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you soon. Don't forget to get subscribed if you're new. And we will be back with our next video very soon. Say bye. Say bye-bye. He's paying attention to everything but the camera. Hope you guys have a great day.